Hello, everybody. It is Al Knight, and it is Brony time, and welcome back to Angels with Scaly Wings. Now, it has been a good long while since I played Angels with Scaly Wings. Before Thanksgiving, I think. I just kind of fell out. I burned out on the game. It happens sometimes. But we're back. I believe we're doing Remy's bad ending, and we also saved Sebastian as well. But I think it's time that I just get back right into it. Once again, we are playing this game modded, so there'll be plenty of riveting new endings and stuff to play, as well as the famous Aftermath mod. I also have written down all the requirements for modded endings, so we're all good to go. Chapter 3, here we go. I think we already dated Remy, so there's really no other reason to do, so let's just get well-deserved rest. In the end, I decided to spend the day relaxing in my apartment. I didn't know when things would start to pick up again, so I figured it would be better to get some rest as long as I still could. God dang. So loud. Chapter 4. Loss. I woke, with my eyes fixed on the ceiling wallpaper. A sense of dread lingered from a nightmare I no longer remembered. How many more times would I see this apartment before I returned to my own world? Or before something happened to me? I got ready for the day and tried to shake off those thoughts. Hey, Will. Right on the minute. You show up at this time every day, like clockwork. Clocks are reliable, and reliable is good in this line of work. I've got something for you. An envelope from the facility. Oh, these are the results from the tests Anna ran on my blood. She must have sent this before she was... No, it's no use thinking about that now. Maybe the test results will be able to help us. Let's see. Remarkable similarities in genetic makeup, particularly the brain structure. Oh, I suppose this isn't the only reason we're here. The chief will explain everything once we get there. Let's not keep him waiting, shall we? As we've seen this before, skip ahead a bit. Yes, please, as you wish. If anything, with you there, we might be able to convince him to give up. Or we could act like we intend to trade you for the eggs if he tries to use them as a bargaining chip. You're not really going to use me as a ransom, right? We'll see about that. I suppose if it's necessary, I'll have to play along. I've got your back. If there's one thing we could do to make the whole situation even worse, we'd be messing up with you. We have the element of surprise if we walk into his base right now, but we risk Riza lashing out with his weapon. If we want to resolve this peacefully, observation is probably the way to go. Guess we won't need Will there for that, though. True enough. Alright. Will, you stay here and wait for further instructions. We may need you at a moment's notice. Don't do anything without us telling you to understand. Okay. Alright then, let's go, Sebastian. After you, Chief. And Maverick, good job. Thanks, Chief. Shortly after they vanished, Maverick also turned to leave. Then I had to wait. Bryce and Sebastian were observing the farm now, and if anything new happened, I would be the first to know. Spent some time looking around Bryce's office, studying all the material he had gathered about the case, though there wasn't any information that I didn't already know. After a few hours, the telephone in his office rang. Not sure what the call was intended for, who the call was intended, and not sure whether the call was intended for me or Bryce. I picked up. Will? Yes? Think you need to come here. I'll give you the directions. No problem. There you are. So what happened? Whole lot of nothing. There is no movement to or from the building in the time we've been watching. He usually operates during the night, so maybe he's just asleep. In that case, it would be best for us to go in before he has a chance to make his escape. Or maybe he's not even in there anymore. He could have seen us and slipped away, unnoticed, with plenty of time to destroy the evidence while we've been waiting here. You're right. Either he's still inside, or he's already gone and not coming back. Let's go in. What should I do? You're coming with me. Sebastian, you walk around and watch the back of the building just in case he tries to escape. I'm on it, Chief. So you have two options here. First is you stay here and I go inside. This way, if Frieza tries to flee and sees you, it might throw him off. We might be able to stop him. Or if we get into a standoff, I could tell him you're here as well. And the second, you go first and I follow. This way, if we find him, maybe we can resolve things peacefully. We might be able to talk to him. If it doesn't work out, you've got me and Sebastian nearby to stop him. I don't think he's planning to harm you on sight. If we can hear things starting to go wrong, we might still be able to surprise him. So either way, we can take him by surprise. I just have the option of talking to him first. Think you could pull it off. Maybe if you're there, he won't act as irrationally as he would if I was suddenly standing in front of him. I'm not going to force you if you don't want to do it, though. I'll do it. Alright, let's go. Slowly made our way to the front door. I'm pretty sure I see all this, so we're just going to skip through all of it. Are you suggesting I abandon my post during the fireworks? No, you don't have to abandon your post, but if you pick a good spot and watch them for like half an hour or so, no one's going to care. Not so sure about that. The guard post is pretty important. I know we're talking about the portal, but you don't need to take this so seriously all the time. Just think about it. The portal is broken right now anyway, and everybody will be busy watching the fireworks. Nothing is going to happen. Suppose you have a point. Just pick a good spot and no one is going to even notice you're gone. Well, if you say so. Anyways, I should get back to the investigation now. I'll leave this stuff for you here, and I'll take care of the rest once I get back, alright? Sure thing. Good luck, Will. You too. Did I do this? I don't think I did. Doesn't look like Remy is here. Excuse me. Can I help you? Do you know where the audio section is? I'm looking for some sheet music. Sorry, I have no idea. I don't even work here. Don't worry about it. The staff all seem to be hiding somewhere. Anyway, have a good day. You too. Maybe Remy is somewhere in the back or in his office. Hello? You know this section is usually for staff only. I'm just looking for Remy. I'm supposed to drop off his PDA. Well, he's not working today. Apparently he has other engagements. If you need to find him, you can probably do so at his home. Can I just leave the PDA here? Oh, I'm not going to take responsibility for this if it gets lost. If you want to drop it off, go find him. Okay. By the way, I hope you do not take it personally that I tried to send you away. To be honest, I'm glad that you're still here. Remember, I said that I believed you when you told me your side of the story. I always have to do what is in the public's best interest, and now they will not blame me if you have any connection with Frieza. I hope you can understand that. Here's Remy's address in case you need it. Thank you. Oh, hello, Will. What are you doing here? I came by to give you this. I was already at the library, but Emma refused to let me drop it off there. I see. Hey, it's one of your PDAs. I told you one would find its way to me eventually. Yep, and now you can look at all the human knowledge you want. You have no idea how much I'm looking forward to that. I may not be working today, but I'm still going to check it out as soon as possible. I'm just going to leave it to you to it then. Thanks. Enjoy. We're just gonna rest in our apartment. I decided to take a long break in my apartment. I'd already done enough for the day, and I figured I should take some time off. Looked at the bookshelf for new reading material, yet found that none of the books I had already read particularly interested me. Perfect. Okay, I think we're at chapter 4 now. Seems like there's nothing more for me to do this morning. I guess they don't need me at the police department. Not that I mind. Oh, Well, I might as well save anyway. Hold up. Actually. Oh wow, right click takes me in the menu. Awesome. Statuses? Yeah, he should be impressed. Of course, Anna's dead. Lorem is dead. Adina is not yet dead. We're not really going to be hanging out with you until... Hang out with... Let's see. Hello, this is Remy. I just wanted to remind you that the summer festival, it will start any day now, so I hope you can make it. It'd be nice to go there with you. I'm not sure how you feel about this, but I usually try to avoid the crowds. In any case, please let me know if you want to go. Summer festival, huh? Of course we will be meeting with Remy. Oh, it must be him. Remy, what's on your face? Don't you know what it is? Well, it looks like lipstick, but I didn't know that was a thing here. You're right. It is lipstick. It's not something that existed in this world before, though. How did you get some, then? I have one of your PDAs, remember? I studied it a bit and came across the entry on lipstick. Based on the necessary ingredients, I realized I could make some myself, and so I did. Did you do this to look pretty for me? I just figured you miss these kind of things that are normal for you. Hasn't really been normal back home in quite a while. Lipstick isn't common these days. Didn't the entry specify that it's typically used by females? Now that you mention it, I did get that impression, but I found the sentiment a bit puzzling. Why would a product like this only be used by one gender? Oh my god, No. I mean... Society? Well, I guess social norms dictate... Yeah, well, he literally just said that. Well, I guess social norms dictated that certain traits are only desirable in one gender. Thus, highlighting them like this would increase the attractiveness. Oh, I think I get it now. It's all based on sexual dimorphism. The biological differences between the sexes are much greater in your species than it is in ours, so I suppose the traits you are looking for can be different too. Generally speaking, sexual dimorphism is much greater in mammals than it is in reptiles. While it can vary wildly by species, external indicators are pretty much always present, like mammaries, for example, an always present and often obvious reminder. This makes so much more sense now, it's kind of embarrassing. Should I get rid of it? No. No, leave it on. It's not as if people here would know about its history. I suppose that's true. Besides, the one thing about females wearing it isn't really a hard rule, and there are males who do it too. Anyone can wear it if they want to, really. Well, if you say so. Still, it's kind of uncomfortable, so I think I'd rather take it off. Uncomfortable? Suppose it's not really suited for scales. Here, that should do it. Shall we go then? Actually, it seems we're pretty early. They're probably still setting up. I see. Well, we could just stay here in the meantime. Oh, for sure. I just realized I haven't actually been in here since I prepared the apartment for you. Have you read any of the books I got you? Oh, so you're the one who stocked the bookshelf? They're all library books. I want to provide you with a good sample of what we have to offer, so there should be something in there for anyone. Looks like you have read a few books in the Sheridan series. Excuse me? Oh. Oh, really? I know they're not exactly highbrow, but they're entertaining. And what more do you want a book to be? I guess we all have our own tastes. Can I offer you some food or drink? I barely used any of the stuff in the kitchen. Why not? I didn't want to touch anything that didn't at least resemble something I know. After all, I have no idea how to prepare them right, or even know if they're safe for me to eat. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to get you all those perishables then. I want to provide you with a bit of everything, considering I had to prepare the apartment for someone I didn't really know much about. Oh, some of them were good. It's interesting to taste the subtle and sometimes not so subtle differences in the similar fruits we have back home. Did you throw anything out? Not really. Why do you ask? You've been here for nearly 2 weeks now. So even if some of them were safe for you to eat, they probably aren't anymore. Let me clean out your closet. You don't want to have any health hazards for you here after all. Well, feel free. Just look at this. He showed me a juicy-looking, vaguely spherical fruit whose bright red color was unlike any other fruit I had ever seen. That's a very bright red. I don't think even our best apples could compare. Well, they're usually blue. Red means you're supposed to throw them away, as they have expired by then, and toxins might have already set in. Oh, well, I wasn't planning on eating it anyway. Or this one. It's all moldy. I don't see any mold. Don't you see these spots? Sure, but if that's supposed to be mold, it looks very different from the mold we have back home. I see. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to stock up on perishables. I didn't consider all the implications of doing something like this. Had you eaten the wrong thing, you could be in a hospital right now. Don't stress yourself out about it. Honestly, someone would have to be pretty reckless to just go ahead and start munching on things they don't know about. If anyone was smart enough to be sent here, they probably wouldn't take a risk like that. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Nevertheless, I better get rid of everything that's past its date. We don't really want the mold in the air either. If you say so. Once more, he dove into the closet. I heard him rummaging around as he checked the fruits and vegetables thoroughly. That should be everything. Thanks. I bet the wine didn't go bad, though. Do you want some? I'm not really a big fan of wine. How come? I just can't enjoy it as some others do, I suppose. I'm willing to try anything at least once, though. Anything? Well, at least as far as food and drinks are concerned. Let's try some together, then. Well, if you want to, sure. What kind of wine is this, anyway? I'm not sure. I grabbed it when I got all the other stuff. Don't tell me you just went for the cheapest one. Of course not. Everyone knows that you don't just buy the cheapest stuff. You go for the second cheapest. Oh, well, what kind of container should I get for you anyway? We're having wine, so let's go for wine glasses. Stem actually makes it possible for me to grip it with my vestigial thumb, so there shouldn't be any problems. Alright? Here you go. What shall we drink to? Alright, to an interesting afternoon and whatever it may bring. So Remy really hadn't been kidding about getting the second cheapest bottle, because that was exactly what it tasted like. How do you like it? Must be an acquired taste, I think. How about you? It's bad. It's bad. I'm not surprised that you don't like it either. Maybe I should buy the third cheapest next time. Maybe. Just look at the time. I think we should start heading to the festival now. Sure, let's go. This is strange. Usually there's a crowd by now. Do you think they canceled it? With Reese still being out there, maybe they thought it was a good idea to have a public spectacle like this. Cancel the summer festival? Inconceivable. Inconceivable! It doesn't really look like a festival is going on right now, though. I don't know what's going on. Hey, I think I know this guy. Let's go ask him. Hey, Will. How can I help you? We were just planning to go to the festival, but it doesn't seem like there's much going on here yet. Came to the right place, but the festival is not starting for another hour at least. What? But the festival has always started at this time. You must have missed the memo then. They moved it by an hour. Something about the daylight making the fireworks more visible as a result. Well, that's a shame. And I'm kinda getting hungry too. I can help you with that. What are you selling? Skewers, meatballs, all kinds of grilled things, really. Well, I could go for some meatballs. How about you? I'll also take the meatballs. No problem. Let me pack this up for you. I guess this makes us your first customer of the day. What do I owe you? For YouTube, it's free. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Have fun at the festival. Thanks. So what do we do now? Should we go back? Well, we're already here and got all this stuff. Let's just sit down somewhere. Sure. Went off to the side as more dragons arrived and started setting up their various booths. How are the meatballs? They're actually pretty good. How about your stuff? It's great. I'm surprised, honestly. You never know with the stuff that comes out of food carts. You're right. Maybe we got lucky. Or maybe it's because it's still fresh. Who knows? What about the fireworks, though? It's a big show coming up later. Oh no, the festival is just getting started. And there are fireworks every day. But the big show is what everyone wants to see. That one is happening in a few days. It officially concludes the festivities. I see. A while later, the festival had kicked off and the crowds were already coming in. Dragons of all shapes and colors filled the pass, ready to see the sights the festival had to offer. Booths lined both sides of the way. It reminded me a lot of typical carnival setup, with the booths being filled with shops, food stands, games, and much more. Seems the festival has already started. Let's go. You know what? How about we just stay here? I really don't like crowds. I've seen this festival so many times already. I'd rather just stay here with you. I thought you wanted to show me around, but I suppose we can stay here if you prefer that. The main attraction is always a big fireworks show at the end of the festival, and that one is not going to happen today anyway. So why do we need to come here in the first place, then? Is something wrong? I just had to realize that, as nice as it is right now, you'll have to leave this world again eventually. I've been alone for such a long time now. I didn't even have a single friend. In my job, I always have to smile when serving the customers. How could I be surrounded by people all the time yet feel so alone? Sorry. All those people have their own lives, families, friends, and relationships. Yet I had none of that. In a world where everyone else seemed to be happy, I was the odd one out, who had to pretend in order to belong. How could that not have eaten away at me day after day? Yet one day I heard about the plans of the humans coming here. Like many others, I was very excited at the prospect of our myths coming true. And then the day came when Riza stepped through the portal. Amidst all the pomp and fanfare you could imagine, it was quite a sight to behold, really. You wouldn't believe how much joy I felt during that moment. Emma, of course, took all the limelight she could. First, there was a big speech in front of a huge crowd, then a procession after she had officially welcomed Riza. When it was time for you to arrive, and it was decided that it wouldn't be a public event, this time due to security concerns, I knew that Emma wasn't going to be there. She was able to make it all about herself. I begged her to let me do it, just to be able to get this close to a human at least once, to talk with them and see what they were like, to experience them. She told me that if I did a few favors for her, I could be the one to greet you. I knew that she wasn't going to be there anyway, but if you didn't do what she wanted, she would just send some other lackey instead. So I did everything she asked for. She did keep her word, though, and in the end I was the one who would introduce you to this little world of ours. It might not have seemed like much to you, but with just us two and no one else being there, it was something very special for me. It was not just a public spectacle like the summer festival or Riza's arrival, but for the first time in so long, I felt like that moment was about you and me and no one else. For someone in my position, it just made me very happy to have such an extraordinary thing happen to me. Of course, I was very curious to see how much our myths would line up with reality. I was even more overjoyed when you visited me in the library. When you accepted my invitation and came into my home. I was just glad to have you there. It seemed like you wanted to be there and weren't just someone out to use me in some way. I began to feel hope. When I met you in the park, I think the only reason I could tell you everything about myself was because I knew you were going to leave again eventually. Now, after all this, I can hardly believe you're still here with me. Why wouldn't I be? You're just so nice to me. Even after all the time I've got to spend with you, it seems that soon I'll have to let you go again. At least I got to know you. It can't be all that bad. Ever since I came here, I've met plenty of lovely people, all with their own relationships, struggles, and dreams. I know you think you've been alone here all this time, but don't go back into that kind of thinking when I'm gone. Rather, why don't you take it as an opportunity? Now that we're here, who's to say that you won't be able to find others once I'm gone? I know you're still stuck for a while because of your job, but after that, have you considered a change of scenery? You could move to a different place with all the new people and opportunities. You could move to a different place with all the new people and opportunities. Who knows what you might find elsewhere? A completely new start. I like that idea, but enough about me. What will you do once you get back to your own world again? I'm not sure. I don't even know what will happen when I return. These last few days, a lot of things have happened that have changed my perspective on what I'm doing here. Riza and those who sent me. Is that a bad thing? I don't know yet. At the very least, though, I can say that I've done what I believed was right. You should be careful with rhetoric like that. What do you mean? That kind of talk makes it very easy to justify any means when it serves the right cause. Whatever that may be, the more important thing is, have you done anything that you might regret? No matter what you think, keep in mind that you may be held accountable for your actions by others, or even yourself. Don't just do something because you think it's for the right reasons. Do it when you are aware of the possible consequences as well. You're right, I have no way of knowing what my actions here will amount to once I return. Do you really wish to go back to your own world? If I didn't, it would only serve to strain the relationship we've been trying to build with your people here, which is something that could be elementary for our survival. Besides, I didn't do it for those who reign over the city back home, or those who might have wanted to betray me. Let's not forget, even under the worst regimes, there are just normal people trying to survive too. If I have the power to make a difference for them, would it be right for me to just leave them be in order to seek my own happiness? That's exactly the kind of thing you were talking about, right? In the end, we all have to make our own decisions. If I leave them behind, then I leave them to people like Reese and those who sent me here. What would you want to do? Overthrow them? I don't even have the confidence to picture myself right now. How could I even consider what to do given what I know? What I do know, though, is that if I don't do what they expect of me, there will be consequences. Maybe I'll just have to wait and see. That's not an option right now. Riza is still out there, armed and dangerous. Don't you think that's a matter better left to our police force? It could be very dangerous for you to interfere. It's far too late to reconsider. I've already been tangled up in this too much. Besides, I can't stop now. Don't forget how many he has killed already. He won't hesitate to do so again in order to reach his goal. In the end, it's my duty to stop him. If I don't, how do people look at humanity? Sorry, how could I face you again, knowing that my negligence could cause suffering and loss for others here if I just stop now? I wish I could be as brave as you. Don't think bravery has anything to do with it. He must be stopped, one way or another. I know, just be careful, alright? I'll try. You've been here for a while now. How about I walk you back to your apartment? What about the festival? Well, if you still want to go, we could watch the big fireworks show together in a few days. That's an idea. Alright, let's do that. Watched as Remy got up again, stretching himself in a way that reminded me of a cat before we prepared to leave again. Oh, you're still here. How's business? As expected, people always get hungry at these events eventually. Can I offer you some more meatballs? No thanks, I'm quite full from my earlier helping. How about you, Will? A tempting offer, but we're just about to call it a day. I see, are you going to watch big fireworks at the end of the festival? That's the plan. Be sure not to miss it. You haven't seen anything until you see the fireworks. That's what everyone keeps telling me. Because it's true. Anyway, we should probably get going. Have a good day then. You too. And here we are again. Indeed. Do you want to clean out my bathroom cabinet as well or something? That's a good one. He gave a big sigh. You know how I feel. I guess I just wanted to make the most of this day. Speaking of which, I've never actually seen you without your tie. Well, actually... How about now? You're pretty cute, you know that? Is that just a term of endearment, or are you actually serious? I am serious. He looked at me, hesitated, then he took a step forward, his head slowly moving closer to my own. Smooch him! Smooch him. Look away. Hell no! Kiss him. We met, and my arms enveloped his neck as our lips touched. For a few seconds, we were closer than ever before. During the kiss, he used a lot more tongue than I expected. Just after we parted, he finished giving me a small lick on the cheek. How was that? Unique, that's for sure. Maybe I shouldn't wear the tie anymore, if this is what happens when I take it off. Actually, I think you should keep it. Really? Yeah, it looks good on you. Well, if you say so. Anyway, it's getting really late, so I should probably get going now. Don't forget about the fireworks. Oh, for sure. I'll see you then. Until we meet again. Thank you for everything. Hoorah! Well, there we go. His fourth date. We had a little makeout session. It was less kissing than it was, well, making out, you know. But yeah, it's good to be back into the game. A little stumble on reading because, well, it's been a while, so. But yeah, I'm super excited to continue this. Once again, just to reiterate, we are following the kind of like plot guide that I have of which endings I should see when. We're also mods. Unfortunately, on my mods, we're probably not going to do until right before the true ending because there's a lot of people we have to keep alive to get and stuff we have to do to trigger them. So, uh, yeah, but we're nearing the end. Um, I don't really know if I have much more to say. I do have the entire week off, so there's going to be plenty of videos. I'm also going to make it through my backlog of recordings that, I never got around to uploading. So by the time you see this, this will be like months after parts 9, 10, and 11. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Time for more content, especially more angels with scaly wings. Also, make sure to share this video far and wide so we can share this video with many people as possible. There you go. I remembered my outro. I will see you all next time.